Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a very important update for you on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package, and great news because big changes were just announced. In today's video, we're going to go over how there's great news because President Trump renewed calls for Congress to pass an individual stimulus relief measure, including more aid for airlines, direct stimulus checks, enhanced unemployment benefits, and other measures as well. This is a complete 180, complete turnaround from what he said yesterday afternoon when he tweeted that all negotiations would be stopped and that they wouldn't pass a bill until after the election. Now he says that he will sign a bill as soon as possible. He wants to sign one right now. Then we're going to break down exactly what President Trump said in the tweet when he said he's ready to sign a second stimulus package right now, and how congressional Democrats responded to this. Are they going to come back to the table? What exactly is going on right now after President Trump changed his mind twice within a couple of hours? We're going to go over all of that and more, so make sure to stick around until the end. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so, and it currently says about 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the second stimulus check and other financial news updates, then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. You need to make sure to deposit $100 into your account, and then you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600. Also, you can get $20 when you download the M1 Finance app as well. So great news just was announced by President Trump because he renewed calls for Congress to pass a second stimulus package and individual measures, including more aid for airlines and direct stimulus checks for tens of millions of Americans, after he had halted negotiations with Democrats on a larger second stimulus bill late yesterday afternoon. Just hours after President Trump called off stimulus completely yesterday afternoon, the president seemed set to shift course again, and in a series of overnight tweets late last night, he said that he was ready to sign an agreement right now if he was sent a standalone bill that includes $1,200 stimulus checks for the Americans. So he said basically he would pass something right now that includes $1,200 direct stimulus checks. Trump said the House and Senate should meet immediately, approve $25 billion for Airline Payroll Support, $135 billion for the Paycheck Protection Program for small businesses, and both of these will be fully paid for with unused funds from the CARES Act. He says, have this money and I will sign it now. On top of this, this is a complete shift from hours before when he had said no stimulus until after the election. And this makes people wonder why he's flip-flopping his stance, why he's changing his mind every couple of hours, and if everything he said about delaying stimulus was just a negotiating tactic. Then after he talks about the Payment Protection Program and support for airlines, he said that if I'm sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks, in $1,200 stimulus checks, they will go out to our great people immediately. I'm ready to sign right now. Are you listening, Nancy? This happened late in the evening yesterday, and on top of this, early this morning on Wednesday, Trump came out again and he said to Congress, move fast, I am waiting to sign. He wants a second stimulus package, specifically $1,200 stimulus checks approved very quickly. So this ultimately sounds like good news, but now let's break down exactly what it means, why he's changing his mind, and how Democrats responded. So no matter what President Trump is saying right now in his tweets, we know that a second stimulus package passing will definitely help his re-election chances. If a bill doesn't pass, it will only hurt him. That is why yesterday people were shocked as to why Trump was delaying stimulus until after the election, when that would only hurt him, and millions of American people need money right now. As it stands now, we will need to wait and see how Nancy Pelosi and other top lawmakers in Congress will respond to President Trump's new announcement, which is that he wants more stimulus. But with time running short before the election, Trump and his aides are now seeking to pass a series of smaller bills, an approach that Democrats have consistently rejected. So it's important to keep in mind that while it is good that President Trump says that we need more stimulus and he would sign it right now, he'd sign it today if the bill was sent to him, the bad news is that they've already spoken about this before. Democrats and Republicans have already talked about doing smaller piecemeal deal, and it simply didn't work because both sides were too far apart on the total price tag. Democrats wanted to spend over $2 trillion. Republicans wanted a much smaller bill, and they just couldn't agree on doing any sort of small piecemeal measure. And finally, congressional aides said that the efforts between House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to reach a second stimulus agreement were largely over and ended after Trump declared talks on hold yesterday afternoon, despite him coming out later saying that he wanted more stimulus. They said basically, after Trump said that there wasn't going to be more stimulus until after the election, all talks have stopped. So anyways, that's just a quick update and a big change from what President Trump said yesterday afternoon to say that there wasn't going to be a stimulus until after the election. Now he's saying he wants to pass it as soon as possible. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on any new developments, but that's just a quick update on what is going on. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $20 when you download the M1 Finance app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.